here tonight because we want to hear about great solutions to really big problems. Well, there is no bigger problem out there that we face than that of climate change. You see, in one way or another, climate change will impact every single person on the planet. But out of the over 7 billion people that climate change will affect, I tend to focus on one. This is my daughter, Annabelle. She's 18 months old, and she doesn't get to decide where her electricity comes from or what kind of fuel powers our car. But she will have to inherit a world whose climate is based on those kind of decisions that we're making today. Now, there are solutions out there for creating clean electricity, but there continues to be a lack of good options for putting clean energy into our cars. And despite the recent popularity of electric vehicles, the US Department of Energy predicts that in the year 2040, we will still be using the same amount of petroleum as we are today, and that is unacceptable. At Vitruvian Energy, we have identified an untapped source of renewable energy. It's something that everybody from my daughter Annabelle right up to the mayor of Seattle produces every day. In fact, so does everyone here tonight. Amazingly enough, that resource is poop. Okay, well, to be a little more specific, it's actually sewage. You see, whenever we flush our toilet, our waste ends up at a wastewater treatment plant where it's cleaned up to produce two main products, clean water and biosolids. Now, the clean water is great, but biosolids are where our story becomes really interesting. You see, we have created a process for taking these waste biosolids and converting them into a fuel that can be used in existing motor vehicle engines. And we do it through these four main steps. First, we ferment the biosolids, similar to how you'd ferment to make beer. Next, we take advantage of bacteria within those biosolids to make a bioplastic. Now, lots of other people are already doing steps 1 and 2, but our innovation lies in the idea to take this bioplastic, combine it with an alcohol to make a biofuel. This is where our proprietary technology lies. And lastly, we clean it up so that it's ready for vehicle use. Now, our biofuel has 3 really cool characteristics that differentiate from other fuels in the market. First, our technology can empower local communities to produce their own fuel. Second, our fuel is affordable. We predict at the commercial scale that we can produce it for less than $2.50 a gallon. And finally, our fuel is made from a true waste material. Currently, wastewater treatment plants are paying to get rid of our biosolids. Now, with any alternative energy technology, though, you always have to ask yourself one question. How big of an impact can this actually have? Well, in the Puget Sound area alone, we create over 400,000 tons of biosolids every year. And if we could harness all the energy from those biosolids, we could produce over 20 million gallons of clean biofuel right here alone. But this is just the start. See, our technology has the potential to process many other waste streams. And if we were to take all those other waste streams and convert them into clean biofuel, we could produce enough biofuel to completely replace fossil fuels used in the US transportation sector. Let me say that again. We could completely replace fossil fuels used in the US transportation sector altogether. Now, this is a really big idea, and it's going to take a great team to do it, and we have one. We have over 25 years of startup experience between us and cover the range of skills from process development all the way to project execution. We can do this. So where is this technology today? Well, early development was funded under 2 different grants for a total of $250,000. We worked with the University of Alabama and Oak Ridge National Labs to produce our first batches of biofuel. We've also talked with King County Wastewater, and they're excited about this technology and want us to apply into their technology assessment program. From all the work we've done to date, we have 2 issued US patents, as well as a recent publication in the journal Fuel. The take-home message here is, this shit works. Literally. So what's next? Well, after we secure our seed funding round, we want to open a new lab here in Seattle, where we'll be able to produce enough biofuel to power our first full-time vehicle. We'll then go through a pilot lab program with King County that'll take us into our demonstration facility. And there we'll be able to produce biofuel 24/7, as well as establish our first customer base. And finally, in 2020, we hope to open our first commercial facility. And there we'll be able to generate enough biofuel to power a large fleet of vehicles like city buses or trucks. This first commercial facility will generate over $11 million in revenue a year and process waste from over 200,000 people. After that, we're going to move into a license model where we'll be able to tap into the $4.4 billion market potential that this technology represents. I'm here tonight because I want to ask you, the SVP community, to join us in disrupting the fossil fuel economy. You see, in the future, I want to tell my daughter of Seattle's place in the history of clean energy. We have the means, and now we have the technology. The only question is, do we have the will to do this today? Thank you.